Hey, this is your first video on the subject of PROLON with us. There's other videos for you to see, so make sure you've watched the other ones before this one. This is a video that you should be getting, so I can say to you in the email, your shipment is either at the office or it's on its way to the office, or for those of you that have requested shipment to your house, it should be at your house in the next few days. The company's outstanding about shipment, and I love that, so you can work to plan your start dates. And reminder, a couple of things. I don't want to spend time on the old video information, but it's really important that if we haven't talked in person or by email, that we communicate your intended start date, and we make sure that you let me know your plan. There's enough in this video, these videos, that you should know about eating cleaner for a couple of days, being more fat adapted, which means eating fat and protein a couple of days before you start, so that you're not jumping into day one coming from McDonald's or, I don't know, Dairy Queen or something like that. That would not be a great idea. A couple quick tips from people that did this preliminary protocol with us. I'm going to read one of the testimonials. Day 1 and 2 seemed easy, and day 3 was harder for one person. For somebody else, day 1 and 2 was more difficult. But by preparing, this one person said they had ribeye, cashew butter, and very large portions, and really enjoyed their favorite fats and proteins with those, and made the transition of starting easier. Sometimes that's really important, no different than any other weight loss protocol. Prep is important as opposed to just jumping in, because why do most people fail when they start something? They did not prepare to succeed and prepare for the initial changes your body goes through. In this process, some people are going to have some digestive challenges. They're going to have some elimination challenges. Remember, there's a tool for that I discussed in a previous video. Don't sit there all backed up and constipated for days. You won't know whether the weight is changing or not because you're not eliminating properly for your body. Daily elimination, no matter who you're talking to, says different than that. They're misinformed. You don't want the toxins to sit in the body and get reabsorbed. So please reach out for help in the middle if you need that. Communication with me. In the subject line, it should always say PROLON. Don't send me an email that says, hey, how are you, or my weight so far. Say PROLON so I can prioritize those emails during my time of day when I try to respond to urgent or non-urgent items. If it's urgent, always put urgent in the subject line, but I don't believe much in this world is really urgent. We are not 911. We are not an emergency hospital. We're not the government dealing with serious issues. But please, if it's very important to you, alert me in the subject line so I can prioritize. I also want to say, so far I'm focusing on eliminating my food temptations by participating and preparing the food on the stove. So remember, in the boxes, there's 2 soups. One that you can put hot water in the middle of the day, and one that maybe at night, if you work during the day, you need to put on the stovetop. Enjoy the process is what this person was writing, of cooking and being a part. It's the only meal you're cooking for the day, and everything else is so darn convenient. It makes you think, can I eat this way all the time? No. The goal is not to just constantly break down and get rid of stuff. The goal is to get rid of stuff so that your tissues are healthier, your cells are more vibrant, they're more metabolically active, your mitochondria are stronger, so you can build, there's catabolic and anabolic processes in the body. You want to build up the good tissue, build up the growth hormone, build up everything in the body that may have been hampered or dampened because of your previous state of health. And I'll go back into this later when I talk about doing this in the future. It's not a bad idea. Drinking the tea was very helpful. Drink the tea. Remember, water, water, water. Half your body weight in ounces minimum, always. And remember, most of you know you put sea salt in the water. It makes for a healthier consumption because you're adding 84 minerals, whether it's sea salt, Himalayan salt, pink. Just make sure it's a reputable company and not one from the dollar store. Those 84 minerals are going to help your brain and your digestive system and your cells throughout the day. So most healthy people work up to 2 teaspoons a day. For those of you that this is new to, you start with a half a teaspoon in a 16-ounce bottle of water, or you could buy Smart Water probably during this period of time. And remember, on the caffeine, I said you can have caffeine once a day. The goal is to not have any, but if you're getting headaches, take the Motrin or the Advil or the Tylenol the first couple of days. But do the caffeine on day 1 and day 2, my suggestion, with the coconut oil in it, not the butter, blended. And then this is for tea as well. And then maybe on day 3, nix the coffee with the coconut oil, nix the coconut oil. Day 4 and 5, see if you can go without coffee. But if you're miserable, drink the coffee. It's not going to kill anything in anybody. It's got some benefits to it. If it's healthy organic coffee, even more benefits to it. Coffee, oil, exercise. It's advised that you go low level of exercise on these 5 days. Maybe day 5 you can kick it up a little bit, but it's okay to take a break once or twice a year from exercise. It's okay to take a break once or twice a year from food. It's okay to take a break once or twice a year from life, from work. Our bodies need it, and so it's one of those things. It's your call. No, you can't say you have to give up exercise, but do not train difficult and hard and intense, please. And do on day 6, 7, and 8 kick it back up, because that's when things, the benefit of day 4 and 5 of the stem cell regeneration and the autophagy is kicking in, autophagy, depending who you're talking to, and your body has a chance to really take the stuff that is gone now that certain things are gone, take the stuff that's left that is good and work toward being healthier at the cellular level. It's the coolest thing, really, when you think about it, that there's a chance to slow down aging, increase your wellness, and the mitochondrial cellular level really, really change the vibration of how your body works in this world. And doing it a couple times a year minimum is ideal. Remember, for those of you that are thinking of doing this multiple rounds, it's considered more effective to do it on a monthly basis, once a month. So for those of you, depending on when you're starting, you might want to look at the calendar, and menstrual cycle women, you might want to talk to me about when's a better time to do it than on your cycle, the week before your cycle, but you can do anything, really, it's up to you. But if you're going to do it 3 months in a row, there's a code I'm going to give you so you get a discount. If you're going to do it one more time, there's a code I'm going to give you for a discount. If you're going to do it a couple times a year, there's a code I'll give you for a discount. But it's not the same discount from the beginning. That just isn't available anymore. And introducing foods, most important topic. You don't go on day 1 through 5, day 6, I'll tell you what they say in a second, eat crappy, and then just start eating junk again. If you were on an HCG protocol with us at the time of starting this, you can, my version of what is preferred is you keep injecting on day 1, but maybe day 2, 3, 4, and 5 you halt on that, and then you pick it back up on day 6. For those of you that are in phase 2, you just keep going with what you were doing. If you were adding in 1 new food a day, which is how you should be doing any weight loss program to see how does it affect you, just pick back up on that on day 6, 7, 8, and so on. If you've never done any of that with us, you don't know what I'm talking about, totally cool. When you add food back in, when you've remitted food for a period of time, if you pay attention and you add 1 item a day, you will soon see what foods are your friends and which foods help you to maintain your weight, lose weight, and gain weight. And it doesn't mean you never eat those foods that cause you to gain weight. It means you have to think about it. Is the bagel worth the 4 pounds today? And if not, then don't have it. Chocolate chip cookies, I'm gonna have it, but it's not all the time. And so with this process, the healthier you are post day 6 and 7 and 8, the better it is for everything. But that doesn't mean you live forever on keto, or you live low carb forever, or you never eat carbohydrates again. Once or twice a week, cycling those in is a good idea. Diet variation is important, where a couple times a year you do eat more carbs once in a while. And learning how to pay attention to your body is important, and obviously we'd love to coach on that, and you can always schedule appointments for help, because we know that this is uncharted waters for a lot of people. But for a lot of you watching this, you've been with us a long time, you just might need some refreshers or some hand holding or just some coaching. What's going to tell you on here is that day 6, I'm going to read it real quick, it's a transition period. Start with liquid, soups, and juice, vegetable, not fruit in my opinion, do what you want. Then light meals. They say rice or pasta. If you know you're gluten sensitive, don't read that word and go out and buy wheat pasta and decide to take a chance on eating gluten that day. Wait, don't do it yet. Stick with rice or no grains or quinoa or oatmeal. But the less I feel is best when you're reintroducing. I'm a bigger fan that you eat with fats and proteins. If you were ketogenic before you started this and it wasn't working, now's a good time to try to go back into it gradually. I meant to bring my keto meter. Learning how to prick your finger and measuring your ketones and your blood sugar, what a great time to do that. And I highly recommend it if you want to do that. Again, you schedule an appointment. We do have the meters here. You can obviously get them online. Such a great tool. And for those of you that have just been stuck for a long time, and I invited you to be a part of this and I haven't seen you in a while, hello. I would like to ask you to make an appointment so that we can connect on what to do next, because I don't want to be vague with people that I haven't seen lately. So depending on who got a hold of what video when, just schedule that time with me. And I gotta check my notes, one more thing. I usually don't have notes. I think I caught it all, but the patients who have done it so far, some have lost a little bit of weight, some have lost an incredible amount of weight. The goal is to protect that. And some people are gonna bounce up a little bit when they introduce foods back into their body, but I've heard amazing comments about the soups, and I have to say, as I said before, they're sea salt based, they're wonderful. The bars are going to be available for sale after this protocol, sometime soon. I don't think the soups are yet, but they are really good soups. So I'll be looking for feedback from everyone. If you go out and decide to find soups that are in sea salt only and they taste good and they don't bloat you, please send over some information to share. Hope this was helpful. I know I'm going fast because I try to keep this to 5 minutes, and it's probably not 5 minutes, it's probably much longer. Love working with you. Love that you like to dial in and dig deep and keep working on you, because no one else is going to do that for you. So stay well. Focus on PROLON. Thanks for working with me. Stay in touch. Thank you.